This is Lucifera. I would like to discuss the stories of Lucifer, Luciferian type characters, and how it mirrors my life. We know that Lucifer means light bearer and is associated with Venus. Lucifer is a Roman personification of the morning star. In the Christian mythology of Lucifer, the angel is known for rebelling against Yahweh for various reasons, such as jealousy, anger, pride, etc. Lucifer wanted to overthrow God and take the throne. Where do Christians get these ideas? I'm about to show you. The story springs from Ezekiel 28 and Isaiah 14. Isaiah. How you are fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning, how you are cut down to the ground, you who weaken the nations. For you have said in your heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will also sit on the mount of the congregation, on the farthest sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet you shall be brought down to Sheol, to the lowest depths of the pit. Those who see you will gaze at you and consider you, saying, Is this the man who made the nations tremble, who shook kingdoms? Ezekiel 28. The word of Adonai came to me. Human being, tell the prince of Zor that Adonai Elohim says, Because you are so proud, and have said, I am God. I sit on the throne of God, surrounded by the sea. Yet you are a man, not God, even though you think that you think like God. Sure, you are wiser than Daniel. No secret can be hidden from you. By your wisdom and discernment you have acquired wealth. You have gathered gold and silver into your treasuries. By your great skill in trading you have increased your wealth. And it is because of your wealth that you have become so proud. Therefore Adonai Elohim says, Because you think that you think like God, I will bring foreigners against you, the most barbarous of the nations, to draw their swords against you, against your fine wisdom, and defile your splendor. They will lower you into the pit to die, a violent death surrounded by the sea. Will you still say, I am God, to them who are about to kill you? You are a man, you are not God, in the hands of those who defile you. You will die the deaths of the uncircumcised, at the hands of foreigners. For I have spoken, says Adonai Elohim, the word of Adonai came to me. Human being, raise a lament for the king of Zor, and tell him that Adonai Elohim says, You put the seal on perfection. You were full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. You were in Eden, the garden of God, covered with all kinds of precious gemstones, carnelian, topaz, diamonds, beryl, onyx, jasper, sapphire, green feldspar, emeralds. Your pendants and jewels were made of gold, prepared the day you were created. You were a cherub protecting a large region. I placed you on God's holy mountain. You walked back and forth among stones of fire. You were perfect in your ways from the day you were created until unrighteousness was found in you. When your commerce grew, you became filled with violence, and in this way you sinned. Therefore I have thrown you out, defiled, from the mountain of God. I have destroyed you, protecting cherub, from among the stones of fire. Your heart grew proud because of your beauty. You corrupted your wisdom for the sake of your splendor. For I have thrown you on the ground. Before kings I have made you a spectacle. By your many crimes in dishonest trading, you have profaned your sanctuaries. Therefore I brought forth a fire from within you, and it has devoured you. I reduced you into ashes on the ground, in the sight of all who can see you. All who know you among the peoples will be aghast at you. You are an object of terror, and you will cease to exist. We know that the Bible has poetic laments and speaks through symbolism, allegories, metaphors, and parables. These two chapters are obviously talking about a man, not a fallen angel. In Isaiah it says, "How art thou fallen, O Lucifer, son of the morning?" In Hebrew, instead of Lucifer, it is Hillel ben Shachar, or Hillel, son of Shachar. There is a similar story in the Canaanite myth. Here's some more background info on Lucifer. This is from a website. I will put this link in the description box so you can take a look. It says, there is a legend that Lucifer means light bringer, meaning a morning star, God announcing daily birth of the sun. The Canaanites called him Shahar. The Hebrew Saharit morning service still commemorating him. His twin brother Shalem, the evening star, announced the daily death of the sun, speaking to him a word of peace, shalom. The two may be identified as the heavenly twins of the Greeks, Castor and Pollux, born of Leda's world. They also played a prominent role in the Persian sun worship as two torch bearers, one with an ascendant torch, the other pointing downward. In Canaanite legend, Shahar and Shalem were born of the great mother Asherah, in her world womb aspect as Hillel, the pit. Shahar coveted the superior glory of the sun god and attempted to usurp his throne, but was defeated and cast from the heaven like a lightning bolt. There is a 7th century BCE scriptural account of the story of the morning star, which eventually became Isaiah 14:12 and through 15. Lucifer is told, "Thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit." The pit here is symbolizing, or the same as Hillel, the mother bride's womb. In this version, Lucifer, the light bringer, is cast from heaven by the solar sun, Christian God, because he was competing for the sexual favors of the mother. In the Bible, the sin of Lucifer is pride, whereas in nature it was sexual. The morning star was the god at times referred to as bird, Bennu, to the Egyptians. He was the dying and reborn bird phoenix, called the soul of Ram, who died on the world tree in order to renew himself, so to shine on the world. It is said his spirit dwelled in the phallic obelisk called the Bennu, or the Benhen stone, representing the god's sexual union with the mother. Egyptian lore has several other versions of Lucifer previous to his incarceration into the Christian devil. One finds Plato knew the morning star as a star that appeared in a different position as the evening star, actually the planet Venus. He saw Esther as a dying and reborn deity. Of it he wrote, Esther, once as morning star, light on the living light on the living you shed. Now dying as evening star, you shine among the dead. Here's another source. This is from Wikipedia about Shahar. Shahar is the god of dawn in the pantheon of Ugarit. He is the twin brother and counterpart of Shalim, son of El, and the god of dusk. Both are gods of the planet Venus, and were considered by some to be a twin avatar of the god Atar. As the makers of dawn and dusk, Shahar and Shalim also represented the temporal structure of the day. So, obviously, Isaiah took this myth from the Canaanites and applied it to the king of Babylon. So Lucifer doesn't belong to Christianity. The Jews will even tell you that this story is about a king. Even though I've shunned light on the corruption of the Lucifer myth of Christianity, the story still has a powerful impact if seen from a different angle, taken metaphorically. The story of a light bearer rebelling against a god or government is nothing new. Let me give you some examples. The Urantia book, sometimes called the Urantia Papers or the fifth apocalypal. It's the fifth epical revelation, is a spiritual and philosophical book. It builds on the Lucifer story of Christianity and gives a lot more details. Lucifer of Urantia, Londonadic son of Nebadon, our local universe. Paper 53 of the Urantia book. Quote, he had experienced service in many systems, had been a high counselor of his group, and was distinguished for wisdom, sagacity, and efficiency. Lucifer was number 37 of his order, and when commissioned by the Melchizedeks, he was designated as one of the one of the 100 most able and brilliant personalities in more than 700,000 of his kind. Unquote. The story of Lucifer is quite fascinating in this book if you look at it from another angle. Lucifer is demonized and condemned by the opposition, the powers that be. Reasons why. Self-assertion was the battle cry of the Lucifer Rebellion. Challenged the powers that be. Quote from the Urantia book, the reality of the Universal Father. Lucifer challenged that the Universal Father did not really exist, that physical gravity and space energy were inherent in the universe, that the Father was a myth invented by the Paradise Sons to enable them to maintain the rule of the universe in the Father's name. Another quote from the Urantia book here, paper 53. He asserted that the whole plan of worship was a clever scheme to aggrandize the Paradise Sons. Here's another one. Whatever the early origins of trouble in the hearts of Lucifer and Satan, the final outbreak took form as the Lucifer Declaration of Liberty. Unquote. There are many other disagreements and problems Lucifer faced. Lucifer, Satan, and Caligastia are the three main rebels in this book. Lucifer is the leader of the rebellion. When reading between the lines and hearing Lucifer's outcry for change, you begin to see who is the real enemy. This story is in many ways a reflection of me and my life. When I read this section of the book, synchronicity after synchronicity came. It was like a voice saying, there is a truth hidden in this story. I get this same vibration of truth in other Lucifer-type myths and legends. There are those who believe Lucifer to be nothing more than a fictional character, but this mighty spirit is carried on in many stories, fictional or non-fictional. Whether or not these stories are true or partially true, there is a powerful truth regarding this spirit. I no longer call myself a Luciferian. That just suggests I am a worshipper or devotee. With all the synchronicities and spiritual experiences I've had, I know I possess this same spirit within. I am a strong spirit. I hold the Declaration of Liberty. I stand for knowledge, wisdom, truth, and freedom. I am the Promethean spirit. I am the rebel who goes against tyrannical gods. I, like Prometheus, give fire to humanity. I am the angel who descended, became a prisoner, and suffered for the love of humanity. Two other examples of Lucifer, the two other examples of Lucifer character would be Prometheus of Ayn Rand's novel Anthem and the Hunger Games series. I do not normally care for Ayn Rand, but her one novel, Anthem, was very much Luciferian. I do not agree with her whole novel, but it fits in quite well with what I am talking about. It's about a man who discovers himself, desires to learn about the old world and much more. He ends up rebelling against the totalitarian government he is under. Another character who fights for liberty against a despotic system is Katniss Everdeen from Hunger Games. She is another Lucifer type character who rebels against the system. I plan to get into these two characters more in another video. Well, this is it. Thank you, and this is Lucifera. Talk to you guys later. Bye.